Hello everyone. Welcome, come on in. We're gonna get started with my classroom tour here in just a second. How is everyone? Happy Sunday. I've got some kind of eerie Alice music going in the background, getting you in the mood a little bit. If you have, so I always like to do a poll at the beginning of my scope. So if you have a classroom theme, post what your theme is in the comments below while we wait for others. So go ahead and post your theme. And then also, if it's a first time that you've ever been in one of my scopes, put firsties in the comment. I like to see who is new, who is here with me for the very first time. Peacocks, awesome. I saw a classroom with peacocks. I wonder if that's the same person. Country, Western, zebra, Hollywood, polka dots, love it. Oh, I love neon colors too. Dr. Seuss, how fun. I love seeing all of your themes that you have going on below. So let me flip you around just a second so I can say hello. Hello. Welcome, everyone. So glad that you decided to join me on Sunday. So for those of you that this is your first time or you weren't with me on the last time, my name is Hope King. I'm a teacher blogger, and I also am a teacher at a school called the Ron Clark Academy in Atlanta, Georgia, which is where I am right now. And I am going to give you a tour of my classroom because I have already given a tour in the past. So for those of you that have already seen it, you kind of know what it looked like in the past, but some big changes have taken place. So I know that many people already know that my classroom theme is actually Alice in Wonderland. So don't think like Disney World Alice in Wonderland, more like a Johnny Depp type of Alice in Wonderland. So it's a little eerie in some spots, but I'm really excited because our artist, Mr. Totem, he's phenomenal, by the way. He does all of the artwork at RCA. He's incredible. I'm telling you, like genius. You will see what I'm talking about in just a second. When we were trying to reveal the school for the first time and have the grand opening, we were really trying to get everything perfected and perfect and everything up and built, and it was just like a mass group of people working together. It was really incredible. And so he just came in here overnight and spray painted my room so that I would have something up for the kids. And I'm like, to me it was phenomenal. But he said, you know, I've always dreamed of this room and envisioned it in color, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to actually, you know, make that vision come to life. And you know, you never mess with an artist, you just let that genius do its work. And so Mr. Totem came in here and he actually updated a lot of the painting, and y'all, it looks completely different. I was really kind of worried because the black and white had grown on me, but I'm telling you, like, it is incredible what he has done in this space. So for those of you that have never heard of RCA, our classrooms are really different. We have kind of a different kind of feel going on in the school. We also have an educator training program, so you can come visit the school. So I know a lot of people always ask me in my scopes when I'm watching the replay, they always say, how do I go about visiting? What do I need to do? Just go to www.ronclarkacademy.com, go to the educator training, and you can actually come on a Friday and observe the school, watch kids, observe the classrooms, observe workshops. It's a really great experience. I did that I did that long before I ever worked at RCA, and it changed my life. So I wanted to go ahead and answer that question because I am in my classroom today, and I know a lot of people are going to ask. So I would love for you to come visit me here at RCA. I hear somebody. Hey, no, come, say hello. It's Miss Bearden. Yay! Yeah.
Hi everybody, how y'all doing?
What are you doing here?
I'm got work to do.
Oh yeah. So we start school. Wait, we need another Kim and Hope show, by the way.
Yes, we do. We haven't done one in a while.
We'll do it this week.
We'll do it soon. So.
Okay, so we start school on Wednesday. That's why everybody's up here working like crazy.
And the boys are at some secret Amistad outing, so I thought
everybody's
I would take
saying
advantage
love
of having
her,
time
love
with
your
them.
book.
Oh, thank y'all.
I was just telling them to come visit us because I'm about to show them the updates in the room. So I was telling them to come visit.
Her room is spectacular, y'all. You have to come see it in person, though. I mean, yes, it's one thing on the screen, but you got to come and see it in person.
Yeah.
Plus, when it's filled with kids, it's even cooler, obviously.
It's just that much better.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry to
I'll
interrupt.
come down and
y'all
see
take
you.
care. Bye.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. For those of you that don't know Miss Bearden, she's phenomenal. She's the co-founder of the Academy here, and she actually wrote a book called Crash Course, The Life Lessons My Students Taught Me by Kim Bearden. If you haven't bought it yet and read it, you need to. I'm telling you, it'll inspire you for a whole new year like you've never been inspired before. So make sure you check her book out. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with the tour. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this computer. I'm going to go outside because I'm going to go in from my doors that I showed you the last time, so that way you can kind of get the whole view. I'm sorry, it gets really dark in here. Sorry, y'all. And I really don't know how to work the lights too well all around the school. I kind of need someone to teach me that. So we're getting there. All right, so here is the very front of my room. I'm going to flip you around. All right, are you ready? Hold on. I'm not seeing anybody that's ready to go. I don't know. I've got to know in the comments that you're ready to see excited. I'm excited to show y'all. I'm so excited. All right, I see a lot of hearts, so that means that y'all are ready to go. So I'm going to flip you around and get started. All right, now all the comments are coming in. Okay, here we go. So this is kind of the entrance. I'm gonna go this way so that it's in the light, but these are the Hobbit doors. So if you don't know, I'm not gonna show you the whole school. I'm not even gonna show you anything but my classroom because I want you to come visit and see it for yourself. Like Ms. Bearden said, it is crazy, like in person. You just don't even know. But the whole theme is kind of this Harry Potter theme. I'm sure you've seen videos or if you know anything about the Academy. So Hobbit doors were very fitting that walks into my room. So what happens, I'm gonna open the doors and show you what's actually on the inside. The door, I know this is one of my favorite parts of the whole room. So what happens is when these doors open, and sorry if you've already seen this, I just know there were some first time people, so I wanted to make sure that they got the view of the door. It's these giant books that actually lead into my classroom. So I've already told you that it's an Alice in Wonderland theme. So when I was thinking about my room, I teach reading and now I teach science. I really wanted it to be like the kids were walking through these books into a real life fairy tale. I wanted to show them that books can take you places, so I wanted them to feel like they were being transported almost to a different environment. So these are all the names of different books that they will read while they're at RCA, and then it's kind of like the pages. You're so lucky, I know. I'm so blessed. It's just an honor to even be able to work here, but this, so anyways, you walk straight through these doors, and it's kind of dark, so I'm gonna go ahead and head in to the Alice room and kind of talk about some things of, okay, so I'm gonna try not to give you the whole view yet, but I'm gonna talk to you as I'm going through this room because I have a lot of people ask me, oh my goodness, or I'll even see people comment on my Instagram, oh my goodness, if I had an unlimited budget, all the things I could do. And I just wanna go ahead and clarify that no, we do not have an unlimited budget. A lot of this was done with a lot of creative people, a lot of parents helped, and we really had to cut corners. So I'm gonna talk to you about some of the corners that we cut to make this room happen on a budget because we don't have unlimited budgets either, believe me. I mean, just think of the crazy things that Mr. Clark, like the things that he thinks up, he would be able to do if we worked on an unlimited budget. So I'm gonna talk you through kind of how we made this happen. So this is the first corner of my room. So as you can see, if you remember it when it was black and white, it was actually playing cards over here, but now it's this like incredible corner and like, look at the faces on these roses. I told you that our artist, he's like a genius and I'm not even lying to you. So he made this whole kind of corner with the whole mushroom feel. It's really dark, but it's still got these bold, bright, beautiful colors, and that's what I love about it. So then you can't even hardly see it. So we have a lot of secret passageways in RCA, and it's almost like my door. This is actually my closet door, and you can kind of see the handle now, but it blends in with the whole entire theme and setting of the room, so it doesn't even look like there's really a door there. So then the next part is really cool. I wanted this like grand library. And so I know I showed this on the last one, but I'm gonna do it again for the new people quickly. And so I wanted this grand library that had all of these shelves that made it look really kind of rustic and vintage, as if it were taking place back in the time of Alice in Wonderland when the original story was written. Well, grand libraries can be super, super, super expensive. So what we did is I actually had one of our RCA dads, he helped me design this whole room. He went to IKEA and got these, I think they're called Billy bookcases or something like that, and they're super inexpensive, but we just didn't put the doors on the front of them, and then he just had them secured to the wall so that it looks like a grand library. So these are actually a bunch of different bookcases that are kind of just pieced together and then secured to the wall, so it gives it that grand library feel without having to spend a lot of money on a library. Then for the inside, so you'll notice one thing that we don't have a lot of bulletin boards around RCA. One thing that Kim and Ron talk often about when they're talking about decorations and decor around here is that, you know, bulletin boards, like, some teachers love to put them together and some teachers hate to put them together, and a lot of teachers just said, I would rather have a theme in my room so I don't have to worry about bulletin boards, taking them up, taking them down. So that's kind of what they have decided to do at RCA, but we try to eliminate a lot of clutter. So in my cabinets, it's just kind of, I had a lot of family members donate these old encyclopedias, so I got those completely for free. And then right here is my lock board, and I did a different periscope on that. It's kind of my incentive system in my classroom, so I posted that on my blog, so I'm not going to talk about it right now, but you can go on my blog and learn how to use this lock system. Sorry, I was reading somebody's comment that said I became a teacher to do bulletin boards and now I kind of hate them. I feel the same exact way. I'm so crafty, but y'all, they stress me out, like, because it has to be perfect. And then I'm like, oh my word, I've put all this effort into a bulletin board. I could have been planning an amazing lesson. So I get you. I totally understand what you're talking about right there. So then I just have these vintage books. We went to thrift stores. We went to Goodwill. We went to jockey lots and yard sales and just found old rustic looking books. Literally, these books were like 50 cents a piece. A lot of this stuff was just a couple bucks because it was all vintage. So, and like I said, from Goodwill, yard sales, and then Hobby Lobby knows me by name, of course. So I would go in there. I would wait though until they had the 40% off, and then I would get things like I did with my Wonderland letters. I went to TJ Maxx. I went to Ross. Like, I think this crown right here was like $5. So seriously, you can find inexpensive things to make your room look really cool, really unique, without having to break the bank to make it happen. Again, a lot of these things found at Hobby Lobby. My mom actually made this cake for me out of styrofoam and shaving cream. Her and her friend did. I found this Mad Hatter's hat at Target. So, and then I found, little bottles, old bottles, and I just made tags to put on them. Clocks, books, anything that reminded me of Alice in Wonderland, we just kind of added to these shelves to give it the vintage feel. All right, so I know most of you have seen this, so now I'm going to get to the new parts, the updated parts of the classroom. Even these lamps, though, Hutch, actually, our RCA dad that helped me design my room, he actually found these. All right, so here we go. All the new updates. So this is kind of my little reading area, and I'm gonna go ahead and brace yourselves. It's a little creepy in some parts, but y'all, it's Alice in Wonderland. Sometimes stories get a little creepy, and we're okay with that. I like to live on the edge a little bit. So this is kind of my reading area, and then I found these pillows. I believe I found the covers on Etsy, and then I just found like $5 pillows to stuff them with because I didn't have time to try to buy anything expensive to go in there. I had this bench at my house, and I just had it reupholstered in red to match. And then here's something new. So this is Tweedledee and Tweedledum back here, kind of creeping behind the lamp of the reading corner. So is anybody creeped out by this guy? I'm just curious. Anybody? Anybody a little creeped out by this dude right here? I'm not gonna lie, when I walk in to turn on my lights and my room is pitch black, he kind of scares me just a little bit. I told Mr. Clark the other day, I said, oh, I'm kind of scared to walk in my room and turn on my lights. But I love it because it kind of gives you really feel like you're transported somewhere else. And then it kind of has just a door right there, and then we start getting into the foresty field. My clock I still have to hang up, and then this chair I found on an online yard sale. So like on Facebook, they have all these different yard sales in your area, and I saw somebody selling this chair for 20 bucks, and I said, oops, sold. That is perfect for my classroom. So you can find stuff there as well. All right, so let's keep going so I can show you all of the updates. My books are coming together, so my door is kind of framed in books to match the outside. And then here's where we get to the new artwork rather than the black and white. So you see some more roses. Look at this little turtle. He's one of my favorite things right here. He is so cute. And then I believe I shared this last time too, but we actually have a table coming out of my wall. This was a table I found for $20 and the chair for $5. Like, the chair even has a hole in it because we found it at, I think, like a Habitat for Humanity or somewhere where they were selling old furniture. We found it somewhere like that. So it actually is kind of 3D, and then it has a tea set that I just got the different parts to, and we kind of glued it up there to stay. And then on my candle, I've got to put a new candle up there. But that's kind of my tea set to make it look a little 3D coming out from the wall. Don't worry, it's nice and secure. And then so this is where the old tea party wall used to be. And this is kind of the new tea party wall. So I love how he kept it a vintagey yellow color below. And then he just added colorful details to kind of make it pop. So a cool thing about this rabbit, if you're standing, this is how genius he is. Like, if y'all didn't believe me before that he was genius, you'll believe me now. If you're standing over on the left side of the room, the eyes look like they are looking straight at Alice, who is right up here. So I'll go ahead and show you her. So this is Alice. She is actually coming from the ceiling, and then she has real legs coming down from her. So that's actually at the top of my room coming down. But if you're on the left side of the room, it looks like the rabbit is looking straight at her. But if you keep going to this side of the room, let me see if I can help you see it. See how his eyes almost change? And now he's looking over here. So before, you saw it looked like he was looking right at Alice. And now he's looking at something completely different because there's something really big coming up that I'm about to show you. So here's the rest of the Tea Party wall. There is Alice, and then I showed this last time as well, but it's the giant Mad Hatter chair. I think I shared that we looked forever and ever and ever and ever for an Alice chair, but they were so expensive. So they literally just cut 2 pieces of plywood apart and made them kind of funky, and then we upholstered it. So we made that happen on a budget very easily because we didn't have to search for, I mean, Alice chairs, like Mad Hatter chairs, were like thousands of dollars. Oh my goodness. So they just cut 2 pieces of plywood apart, put it on there, and then we just put some thick styrofoam and they upholstered it. So the rabbit is actually looking over here, which is at the Mad Hatter. That's the new Mad Hatter in the room. So he's a little creepy himself, but I love him. I love his colors. I love how it brings out all the colors in the furniture. And then as you keep going down this wall, these are actually my windows, but I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to put them up again because the artwork's so amazing that I don't want to cover it up. But this is kind of the window, and then just I love the scenery on the background, how he has the little, he's on the little grasshopper, and I love the wrought iron colors that kind of brings out the eerie feeling that leads up to this giant tree. So I'm going to see if I can get the whole thing, and it's actually a tree, but it's a rock climbing wall where the kids actually, they can climb up in all of those different sections and read. So don't worry, we have a crash pad that's usually at the bottom, but it's not there right now, but I promise it will be before school starts. So the kids love to go in these little areas and read. It really motivates them. They get super excited. The pillows are nice and straight down here, not quite so much up there because I can't crawl up there. I'm scared to death to crawl up there. I'll have to let the kids fix it on the first day of school. So then as we're coming around to the front, and we're almost done, and I'll take questions, I promise. You just see some more artwork. Like this mushroom is like 3D. It's like busting through the rock onto the window. It's just crazy. And then I have 2 shelves in the front where I keep a lot of my teacher materials. And again, these came from IKEA, but I wanted them to fit in my room. So I just went to Hobby Lobby when they were having a 40% off sale. And I bought knobs that were clocks and locks and different things to match. So if you have an old piece of furniture or a piece of furniture that doesn't quite work, you can always just update the knobs to really give it that feel of your room. And then this lamp came from a thrift store. Hutch found this as well, and it came from a thrift store. And then these are just old books that my family donated. And then I found this wood right here, like at Hobby Lobby in the wooden section. So it kind of gives it that foresty feel. I have a king and a queen book in to kind of give the Queen of Hearts feel. And then the front of my room, yay, I'm so excited about this part. My mom came and her best friend Tammy came, and they painted my stage. They helped me paint my stage into a chessboard. So I have giant chess pieces on order that's gonna go up here to give it kind of that chess game feel. And then I've made it nice and rustic to fit the theme because everything in here is very vintage and rustic. And then right over here, and I'll show you the front, the very front of the room in just a second, is I didn't want a big bulky computer stand, and that's kind of what I had before, and it was just, all it did was collect clutter and things that I didn't need in my room and papers. So I got rid of it, and I just found I had this table already in my room, but then I found the cardboard kind of books from like Hobby Lobby, you know, the ones that open up, and I just glued them all shut, and then I glued them on top of one another. And then Hutch, who helps us do a lot of things around here, he's gonna help me make sure this is secure so my computer won't slide off. So this will actually be my computer stand to kind of, I just didn't like the big bulky computer stand because like I said, I can't stand clutter, and I just noticed that when I would get really lazy or sloppy or I was in a hurry, I would just start throwing stuff on that and it would get really messy. And then over here is just another bookshelf to kind of mirror what's over there, and it has a lot of my resources, my teacher supplies, things like that. Oh, and this I'm really, really, really excited about. So the Reader's Bucket List that Adam DeVico and I are writing, that's coming out September 18th. This is one of the things that's actually going to be what we talk about in that unit, how we're going to motivate kids to read different books and recommend books to others. So I'm not going to tell you what that's about yet. You'll have to wait, but I'm really, really, really excited about this, and I think the kids will be too. And then right up here above that is the Cheshire Cat. Is that not all? It looks like he's literally coming through the clouds and reappearing on the window, which is kind of crazy. All right, so let me go ahead and get to the front, and then I'm gonna let you ask me questions. So this, I'm gonna kind of give you like a panoramic, is that the right word? A panoramic view of the classroom. So this is the side, and then the front is where my Promethean board is, and it has the letter K. for my name. Obviously, I love that totem always adds little personal touches, because as teachers, it's important that our room inspires us just as much as it inspires our students. You know, when we're in here and we're thinking of ideas, I love to be in an environment that really, really inspires and motivates me. And then my tables are wooden, and actually I have a couple more coming, because if you haven't heard the news, we're gonna have 39 kids in our 5th grade class this year. No, not split up in one class, 39 kids. So I've got to make sure that I have enough room for all of them to be seated. And somebody asked me why our tables all face the front. I think I saw that picture on that post on Instagram. We are very big on tracking and the students always maintaining eye contact with the speaker, whomever is speaking, whether it's a student or a teacher. And so we make sure that our classrooms are set up in a way that our students are always able to track and make eye contact with the speaker. So that's kind of why my desks all face the front. So then going from the front with the K, and then around you see the tree. And then on the back, that's actually the couch my kids work back there, but that's also, I mentioned earlier that you can actually come visit the school, so that's where a lot of visiting educators will sit when they come and observe. And then the tea party wall, coming around to the books, and then we're back to the corner of the creepy dudes in my reading corner where the kids sit, and then back to the bookshelves. And that is it, y'all. That is my classroom. Oh, and I'm gonna say this. So I needed a whiteboard to be able to write for my behavior system. We always have kids write their names on the board. And so I was like, oh my goodness, where am I gonna put a whiteboard? I don't wanna cover up any of the art. So Hutch and I were in here and we were like, oh my goodness, the kids can write their name on the mirror. So we're gonna keep names here to help me keep track of behavior management and things like that. So that is it. Do y'all have, I'm gonna flip this back around and see if y'all have any questions, and I'll try to answer them, and then I'm gonna let y'all go because I know it's Sunday night. It's Sunday night. Most of y'all have kids tomorrow. I have just a couple more days. Wednesday, our kids come, so I've got a lot to do. Oh my gosh, I might not sleep for the next 3 days. I have a lot to do, and I know y'all do too. So any questions about my room or anything that you've seen? What are the dimensions of your platform? Oh, my Lancet, my stage? Let me guess. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 feet by 5, I would guess. If I had to guess, I'm hoping that all the squares might be a perfect foot. So something around that. And then it sits about, I would think, 10 or 11 inches high. So that's about how large my stage is. Do you have other places for storage? I have that closet. I am not trying to show y'all that closet. I have it all clean and organized, but I've got to get some more shelves because I have so much stuff. I'm not a hoarder, I promise. I'm not. I really am not. You can ask my husband. I throw stuff away all the time, but oh, it's so hot. Look at my hair. It's going frizzy crazy. But I have a closet, and that's where I keep all of my stuff. Any other questions? We have an artist coming in to paint our rooms. Oh my God, that's amazing. Please send pictures or get the RCA app. Y'all have got to go on the RCA app because people are doing this all over the country. It's crazy. Like, I know that people always say, oh my goodness, I wish I could do this to my room. Y'all, teachers are making it happen all over the nation. It's incredible. We love seeing y'all's pictures. So make sure that you post them. Let's see. Someone asked if you had issues with fire marshal. No, I mean, I don't really deal with that stuff here. I don't think that we do have any issues. I haven't had any issues. I mean, my old school, in my public school, we had to have things hanging 18 inches, I think, from the ceiling. And so I might or might not have always followed that rule. So they would call me when they were there and I'd start pulling stuff down. I'm not the fire marshal's best friend probably in a public school. But that was just our ruling. I'm not sure. I bet there's different rulings depending on your school. Any other questions that you have about anything? I'm happy to answer them before I let you go. Does your room theme change every year? No. Alice in Wonderland was my theme last year, and it is my theme again this year. And so that's why we try to choose a theme that's really, that's something that inspires or means something to us. And since I love literature, that's why I chose Alice in Wonderland. I really wanted an environment that inspired kids to read and take adventures in books. And I love to read. So every time I walk in here, it just reminds me of books, and that makes me really, really happy. What is the first day of school theme? Ha ha ha! Aren't you sneaky trying to get the first day of school theme? I cannot tell you, but I will tell you it's amazing. I'm about to call Mr. Clark right now and have a talk with him because we got a lot of things to plan, and it is going to be something serious. I am so excited, but you will have to wait until Wednesday to find out what that is. Somebody's trying to be sneaky. That was a good question though. Any other questions that you have? I'm going to let you guys go because I am going. Harry Potter, that'd be a great one, but that's kind of our school theme, so I think the kids would be like, we've seen this before. So I know, y'all can't wait to hear about it. I can't wait to see it. I have been so anticipating the first day of school. I just can't wait. Plus, 39 kids, and we've got to sort all of them into houses. It's going to be some kind of crazy, but I can't wait for the energy. We had 5th grade orientation last week, and these kids are they are so excited. They're passionate. They're enthusiastic. I cannot wait for first day of school with them. Does every class have a theme like yours? Every teacher is different. Every class has its own theme. So Dr. Jones has a video game theme. Wade has a music theme. Miss Bearden, I did her classroom tour on my scope at the beginning of the summer. She has a really cool superhero theme. So everybody kind of has something that's unique to them. All right, anything? I see my husband in here. Hey, Wade, he's doing something with the House of Amistad. Amistad is having some kind of outing out there. All right, so I think that's all the questions that I see, but I wish you could scope on Wednesday. Well, might happen. Cross your fingers, and we'll see. You never know what happens at RCA. Everything's always a surprise. So cross your fingers, and you might get lucky. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Ron Clark's classroom. Oh, I'm going to leave his a secret. I'm going to let him tell y'all what his classroom is sometime, or you'll have to come to RCA and see it. All right, so thank y'all so much for joining me. I'm so excited. My classroom is almost finished. I've got a lot to do before Wednesday. I'm sure that does anybody else still waiting to go back to school, or has everybody already started? Are we the only ones? What if you need a sub at RCA? We don't have subs. We rearrange the schedule so that kids are with teachers. So, for example, if Mrs. Bearden is out for some reason, I might get the kids a little bit longer, and the next day she'll have them longer, and I'll have a little bit shorter time with them because we got to make the most of every single academic minute possible. No, 10 days? Somebody still has 10 more days? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my word. I felt like we were the only ones. A lot of people starting September 8th. You started August 18th, I see, after Labor Day. Okay, yeah, I forgot. A lot of schools do start back after Labor Day, 10 days left. All right, well, I'm going to log off because I don't have 10 days. I have, what is it now, Monday, really I only have 2 days, and I've got so much to do, but I have a lot of exciting things coming up, and I can't wait to share them all with you here on Periscope, and I'll be putting things on my blog. I'm going to do a better job this year on Instagram, so hopefully I'll keep you in the loop with what's going on. Wait, I just got on. Oh, you'll have to go back and watch. I'm sorry. Everybody else is tired, and they're like, oh my goodness, it's Sunday night. I got too much stuff to do. So I'm going to let y'all go, but I can't wait to come back and share more ideas with you all. And like I mentioned before, I know this classroom kind of looks crazy, but you got to come see it in person, so come visit RCA for educator training, and I will hopefully, maybe I can talk Kim into doing another Kim and Hope Scope. So maybe we can do another topic this week, and we can come back at you live on Periscope. But until then, I am going to go get to work, so I will see you all. What's your Instagram? I am Elementary Shenanigans, just like my blog. The only thing that's different for me is Twitter, and it's at Hope King Teach. So everything else is Elementary Shenanigans. No, we're not tired. Well, y'all might not be tired. You just don't even know what this closet looks like. So I got to go get to work. But I will see you all hopefully later this week. I have more ideas to share. And like I said, I'm going to try to get Kim in on a scope with me. And I'm going to go talk to her right now about some things that we've got going on for the first day of school. So I will see you guys later. Thanks again for joining me. I appreciate y'all. If you have other questions, you can tweet me at Hope King Teach, and I'll be happy to answer them. All right, everybody, have a happy Sunday. See you later.